Hey guys, it's that time where we're watching another Dimash music video, reaction video. And disclaimer as always, if you are looking for someone to watch the video at its entirety and get that dopamine hit, I understand. That's not what this video is going to be, okay? Because I'm going to be pausing a lot. There's always someone, despite me saying this, there's always some comment that says that they don't like the fact that I pause the video a lot. I told you this is an aquarium and you telling me you don't like fish. I actually watch a lot of vocal culture videos, reaction videos, because I'm not going to comment on those, nor am I qualified. I actually watch those just to increase my knowledge. Here we go. Big house.
Can't stop the heat in my veins.
Everybody else he's red. Red is like look at me color.
But what is my DNA get?
Okay, he's a criminal lord. That's interesting.
Called me, feels like the world is my stage. And I'm out here making ways for glory. I'm from the rumors you heard.
Is he talking? Okay, first of all, I don't want to talk about the first layer of him being a drug lord and all that stuff, and theatricality of power and corruption and all this stuff. A layer below that is he's talking about almost like, let me see what he's talking about. He's talking about, I think him almost like he's been an artist. The world is his stage. Bad blood is his DNA. That shows that if you strip away some of the negative side, you cannot change who you are. So it's almost like I'm trying to spin this positively. So he's talking about an integrity that is in his DNA.
And they get hold me, feels like the world is my stage. And I'm out here making ways for glory. I'm from the rumors you heard.
You see the two statues behind him. One's holding a red, it's whatever that's called, right? And the vase, this kind of weird vase, and the other one's holding a green. And he's talking about he's around from the rumors that you heard. So for a rumor, especially a celebrity, you can be a positive rumor or a negative rumor. And the nature of the celebrities themselves are typically very rigid, and they are kind of a slave to the image of celebrity that they have built in people's heads. And so the statue is like a rigid and does not change. So he's like, no, I'm actually not, neither of these things. I'm alive in the middle. So don't think like I'm flexible.
Don't get too close, baby, you go get burned. Like loud, ready to go. Don't play with the fire, ready for the smoke.
Oh, that's interesting. He says, don't play with the fire, ready for the smoke. I thought that was interesting the first time I heard it. Because what makes sense is, if you play with the fire, get ready for the smoke. You gotta be prepared for the smoke. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. But he said, don't play with the fire, prepare for the smoke. Smoke is generally something that obscures the views. And the source of the smoke is often something that's more real but more dangerous, like fire. So he's like, don't look at the fire, prepare for the smoke. As in, if you're in my vicinity, don't even try to get to me. Like, just, you already have to prepare for the secondary effects, like the smoke and the secondary force. So maybe, in this case, it could be his voice, it could be his aura. I don't know, right? Okay, knife on the map. From an artist's point of view, obviously marking your territory, expand your fame, and so on. But it's very violent in this case. Almost like he's already famous in many parts of the world, but like I said, in the West, it's very difficult. It's almost like one has to be not just rely on their talent, but they have to do something that is counter that integrity to make a marking in the Western world. You have to be a lot more aggressive, a lot more opposite of being a pacifist.
Ready for this.
Okay, drug deal. That's a nice line. Oh, I like that scene. Go back to that scene for a second. Very typical of a crime boss. But they're trying to separate business with family. They try to keep their family safe. And that's why you see the tranquil color, which is turquoise in this case. is in everything else, and gold and turquoise, safety and peace. Absolutely against everything he is. Notice his gloves. It's like a further separation between like who he is, which is red, blood, crime lord, and then keep his family on the other side. They try to. His love comes with a price. If a crime boss is in love with you, you can of course be used as something against this person. So his love comes with a price. Now in terms of a celebrity, obviously also the love comes at a price, because not everybody would like that publicity and exposure and the negative rumors and all that stuff that come with it. So his love comes with a price, regardless how you want to think it, positively or negatively.
I am the bullet who'll never miss you.
On the surface, it's just power, domination, accuracy, precision. As an artist, I'm a bullet who'll never miss you. I just see it as, my music and everything, we're always be on point.
I love to cross all the lines. Yeah, that means that I'll double cross you.
Oh wow, that guy he does not like very much. Okay, wait. He tried. I like to cross all the lines, and is that what he said? Right, I like to cross all the lines. Wait. I had a thought. Okay, remember when he come to the West and he joined the show World's Best, and then in the end he decided not to go to the finals. The reason that he had was obviously of integrity, but they try to paint him as this bad guy that's not respecting the show and whatever. But he's sticking with his own rules and he's breaking their rules, the rules of the West, to make it. Right? You got to play the game. You got to play within their rules. And he's just like, nope, I'm gonna cross all the lines.
Don't play with the fire, ready for the smoke.
Okay, the dude's gone. Not good. See, that still confirms when he was coming to the West, he breaks all the rules of the gatekeepers. That's probably why he's not as big. He's like, I live by my own rules. That's of higher integrity, and I'll tell right to your face, which he on the show did say it to their face.
It's the only truth that I tell you right to your face. Yeah, I'm riding out here in this dark streets, robbing you of all your sanity, revving up my engine, yeah, 'cause I am ready to go.
The dance of his family, it's like no matter how much you want to separate yourself from them, your demeanor and your attitude, it's gonna rub off. If you are either a celebrity or a crime lord, like no matter how much you want to keep your family away from that side of you, it's gonna rub off. It's gonna come across. You cannot completely separate the two.
Don't play with the fire, ready for the smoke.
Very intense, right? Oh, wow. Why did I think of this before? Okay, so this has a very strong theme of nihilism, especially with most artists, that basically when they get famous and all that, they become almost like a drug lord. They think they're above the rules, right? They can cross all the lines. Some of them literally think they're above the law. Some of them think they're above the social contract. Cross the lines of thinking they're just better than other people and so on. So maybe this is a critique of the typical artists that reach a level of fame, certain fame. Day before? What?
Agent DQ, we need help. You need to hold
Oh my God.
drug dealers from the drug lords.
Remember, guys, when I said in the before, like I don't want to look at just the surface layer of him being a bad guy. There's actually a positive thing to it. It turns out he's an agent. He is a good guy. At least my connection of looking at the positive side of things and him being a celebrity and all that is like a lot of things are really not. It looks like bad on surface, but it's actually good. This part actually kind of aligns with that a little bit.
It's phoned for about 2 minutes. Can you handle it?
Easy.
Wow, yeah. So there's a lot of things that he talked about, consequence of rebellion, double cross and betrayal. These things are happening. We do know they're happening in the world of the famous and rich all the time. And then, of course, dehumanization is a big one when celebrities gets too big. The loss of sanity. He said he's making them lose sanity, but it's subjective. Like, who is actually losing sanity here? Okay, and if you want to talk about voice, his voice makes people lose sanity. That's no problem. But in terms of character, it's relative, right? So, who is actually losing sanity as they become powerful, and in this case, as they become more famous. And there's some philosophical reflections. I talked about nihilism, and did I talk about existentialism? Because that's just the question of identity. It's like he's embracing the dangerous nature, which means he's also embracing some of the things that comes with being famous that some people may not be like, right? Which is like privacy is a big one and all the other stuff. So these are not threats, but negative things that exist at existential level that does not exist for regular person. So they talk about that. And then societal judgment is a big one too. I think I mentioned before. A lot of it I can also relate to, he can relate to his foray into the West and how to, in terms of rules, and he's breaking the rules. He said bad blood is in my DNA. Because from, the TV show's point of view, he is not behaving correctly. He has bad blood. But of course we know that's not true. So integrity is in his DNA, and in the end we find out he's actually is a good guy and is an agent. Yeah, the recurring theme of fire and smoke, danger and intensity on the surface, but it can also just means the effect of course being close to when you get close to a celebrity and the positive and negative ones, especially with the interaction of family, right? That's a very strong theme of keep your family safe, but it's very hard, especially for somebody in this line of work, to keep your family not safe, but to keep them from publicity too much if your family want privacy. Culturally, the song taps into themes of like rebellion, nonconformity, although for him it's more about his position in the West and that he's not conformed to what the West wants. The gatekeepers want him to be like. We talked that a lot already. And there's a line, it's like, I'm not making up the rules, I was born to break them all. So I'm not making up the rules of the Western media, I was born to just be myself and break it all if it doesn't suit me. Ice in his veins, just another way of saying is I'm very, in this case, rigid in a good way. I'm not going to compromise myself and be flexible and bend myself to your wants and needs. Anything else I can remember? There's a lot of stuff to remember, guys. Just give me a break. There are definitely senses of urgency. Time moving much faster. Decisions are very vital. Every single decision when you get to a certain level become more and more important. It affects the narrative quite a bit, so it's chaotic. Just like Dimash, he has to jump from one hotel to another hotel, going to this event and that event. So on the surface, it's a theatricality of power, but it's really not even the theatricality, it's the reality of fame. If any comments, any ideas, anything that you disagree with, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And also, I make videos not just on Dimash because he doesn't obviously put out enough content for me to commentate on. I commentate on other stuff too, so I hope you guys will stick around and check out when I do make them. Alright, thank you for watching. Cheers.